Chapter 5. The Plan.
Start the chapter.
Loose ends. I woke up in my bed in the B&B and for a moment thought the whole werewolf business had been a dream. Then I looked at Anya's empty bed, exactly how she had left it the morning we went to see the protests.
She was dead. Sadly.
The reality of the situation hit me. Anya was dead. I killed her. I had to clean up my mess. Anxious, I packed her things, plus a rage, or use a willpower, and I packed her things.
I'm going to use a willpower and pack her things.
Calmly, I packed all her things. I ran the plan over in my head, plus a rage, or the plan was bulletproof.
The plan was bulletproof. Use a willpower. God damn it.
I needed to stick to the plan. She said she'd use her favors with some network spirits and hack Anya's phone. I would log into some towers in Germany and in the Netherlands, ping the social networks a few times, and before anyone noticed anything was amiss, there would be nothing to tie the disappearance to us. My hands are trembling, or I took a deep breath.
I'm going to spend my other goddamn willpower to... Fuck! Yeah!
Now you're impaired. Be careful. Breathing deeply, I cleaned the room. I looked into the mirror. Who had I become?
I didn't know how to answer.
I shrugged. Whatever the answer was, it was now Maya the werewolf's problem. Maya the student was dead. I took my bag and left. Everything according to plan. I dropped my bags in the camp and ran through the plan one more time. They expected me to act like a thurge, but we'd also discussed other plans, both more mundane.
Okay, well... Let's go with the third concept, because I'm not going to go with...
There's no point in going with the new moon or the half moon.
Yeah.
The Tempest. I needed to talk to the spirits of the forest, and for that I needed Lisa's help. Until I came along, she was the only shaman in the 2 packs, so she was happy to finally have an apprentice.
I had a lot to learn.
Before I could face the spirits, I had to attune to the pushka and learn the proper rites and means of addressing the spirits.
Finally, we were ready, and I gained a will.
Woo!
And a wisdom.
Progressed in the goal. After a few days of camping in the forest, fasting, and meditating, Lisa said that I was ready. The spirits of the forest were waiting.
Actually, I got a lot of wisdom. Honor and glory are going to be hard for this character. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but you're not a rage monster, so it's not as terrible.
I know. If you don't understand, each moon phase has a different set of renown they need to actually become the next step. So it goes from rank 1 to rank 5, with rank 0 being an actual rank.
Which you are currently.
A rank 6 being ultra rare.
The Sacred Hunt. The sun was setting. We stood in the middle of the clearing and waited. I was nervous plus a rage. I chanted the proper words and lose a willpower, or I spilled my blood.
I think I have to do these two.
And there goes your willpower again.
Yeah, I know.
I chanted the proper words and called upon the secret names of the forest. Then I waited. First there was a murmur, then a whisper among the trees, a rustle of the leaves in a quiet, windless night. I looked up, or I closed my eyes.
Closed my eyes.
I closed my eyes, and the smell of feathers and the night washed over me. Something whispered inside my skull, a voice like small claws scratching bone. What do you want? It asked. We wanted justice, or we needed help.
We needed help.
Send the wind and send the rain, O great forest, I chanted. Down their machines in the mud, break the dead trees so they fall on their heads, help us break their teeth. The rustling continued, and the scratching became almost unbearable. Yes, whispered the voice inside my skull, but there will be a price. I was ready, plus a rage, or I didn't know what to expect.
I didn't know what to expect.
I tensed up, not sure what to expect. Hunt us, young one. Find and catch us, and we will help you. Then the presence was gone. Lisa looked at me. This is what you've been training for, she urged. Hunt. You can change, you can run, or you can look around.
I'm going to change.
Into Hispo or Lupus?
I think Hispo.
I was Hispo, the monstrous wolf form. I don't think I ever actually went into that one. The pain was overwhelming. My spine cracked and twisted, my knees and ankles broke, and I fell on the ground. My jaw shattered and rearranged itself. My whole skin was on fire, rippling and sprouting fur. I howled in agony. When I rose, panting and spitting blood, I was Hispo, with strong paws, mighty jaws, and a mane of fur. More than a wolf, scary and monstrous. You can change again, or you ran, or you sniffed the air.
I'm going to sniff the air.
Hispo. I was on all fours, my nose full of scents, my ears full of noises. I turned my head left and right, sniffing the air.
There.
I caught the scent and jumped towards the shape that emerged from the nearby bushes. Pushka is sympathetic. It was a stag, pretty and lithe, a perfect vessel for the spirits. It stood there for a moment, and then it caught my scent and bolted. You can change again, or you ran after the prey.
I ran after the prey.
Hispo. The stag was fast, but I was faster. I smelled its fear and heard its hooves beating the ground. With every pounce, I was closing the distance between us. I was getting closer, or I focused on the hunt with no willpower.
I can't do it. So.
I could smell its sweat, hear its heartbeat in the darkness. I lunged towards the prey. I was not letting my prey get away, plus a rage, or I pushed myself to the limit.
I lunged forward to catch my prey.
I lunged, eager to catch the prey. Zero will. But my senses betrayed me, and I misjudged the distance. I lost my balance and tumbled to the ground.
I looked around in vain. Frick. My tooth is starting to actually really hurt.
The stag was just too fast. I lost sight of it for just a moment, and it was gone. Darkness, deep undergrowth, a stream nearby. I had no chance of finding it. Howl in frustration, or I failed.
I howl in frustration.
I looked at the moon and howled with frustration. The forest didn't respond. The hunt was over.
Oh man, I lost? Oh man, I suck.
I changed back to the Hamid human form. My body reset itself to a familiar shape. Bones broke and fused again. Muscles and sinews moved under my skin. I cried and thrashed. And then I was Hamid again, with keen eyes, nimble fingers, and a silver tongue. A wolf in sheep's clothing. As I lie there, panting, an owl landed on my shoulder. It lowered its head toward my ear. We won't help you, weakling, it said in a voice of trees and stones and birds, and then it disappeared into the midst.
You know what really sucks about this? Is the fact that, yes, that sucks that I fucked that up, which really sucks, but the entire time my fucking tooth hurt so much that I wasn't focusing enough. I shoved fucking the one that hurt me.
Yeah, the health one, pushed to the limits.
Yeah. Fucking, it pisses me off because my tooth hurts so fucking bad right now that I wanted to actually hit my own fucking tooth to, like, make the pain dissipate. But I also went 2 levels down with the pushka.
What doesn't kill us? Low rage. I couldn't sleep that night. Closing the deal with the spirits was supposed to be my rite of passage, and I failed. What would be the consequences? I didn't know, and it scared me.
We met soon after the sunrise.
We met soon after the sunrise on the same clearing where we woke up the first time as a guru. Lisa looked at us all inside. Our patrons were looking at her expectantly. So she stepped towards the center of the clearing. I am a third of this sept, and I am here to make sure we do things the right way.
I held my breath.
She turned to me, and I held my breath. Maya, come forth. Are you a cub who seeks recognition as an adult? She knew that already, I answered, or what?
I answered.
I am, I answered solemnly. Are you an applicant to a tribe? Lisa asked again.
I confirmed.
I am, I answered. Who speaks for this cub? Asked Olga, stepping forward. I do, Lisa answered. I am Zora of the Cyberok, third of the Morning Wolf Pack, or Wolf Mother Pack. I observed the cub on her mission, and I'm here to tell the story. Zoria? Really? Or I have to take a new name? Secret names. Cool.
Yeah, I'll go with that one. I have to take a new name.
I guess they all had secret werewolf names. It made sense. A new life demanded a new name. Would I also have to take a new name? As the cub passed her challenge, asked Olga. I held my breath, or no, I didn't.
I must hold my breath.
I knew how it all happened, but I held my breath nevertheless. Lisa is neutral. She failed. It was the inevitable answer, but the challenge was hard, and she fought bravely.
I wondered what would happen next.
So what now? I asked. Should I pack my things and go home, or what? We should have spent more time teaching the cub and test her when she was ready. Lisa gave Olga her I told you so look. There was no time, Olga snapped.
I waited in silence, and it seems like they're taking the blame for it, even though she failed.
To be fair, you had like, what, 4 days?
Yeah.
That's kind of what they were going with. Low rage. There were so many things I wanted to say, but I bit my tongue and stayed quiet. I'll vouch for her, Cornell put his hand on my arm. The challenge was unfair, and she did well for a cub. I didn't want mercy, plus a rage. I waited, or I deflated. -1.
I'm going to deflate.
I deflated, seeing how irrelevant my struggles turned out to be. So be it, said Lisa after a while. But if anything goes wrong, the cub is your responsibility. Lisa turned to me.
Took my line, but I don't care.
Have you chosen your name? Lisa turned to me. My new secret name. Suddenly I remembered my grandfather talking about his old friends. He never used their real names. They were always Thunder or Gray or Needle. I'd always thought it was a gorilla thing, some kind of war names. Now I wasn't so sure anymore. How to capture my whole life, my aspirations, my personality, my heritage in one name. I cleared my throat. Mist, a name with more than one meaning. Wichura, which is Polish for gale, which is like strong wind.
Yeah.
Pine, a tree in the forest, or Enigma, a mystery.
I'm going to go with Pine. For no other reason.
You are one tree of many?
Yeah.
My new name is Pine, a tree in the forest, I answered.
As for the tribe,
choosing a tribe was another matter. Child of Gaia, Glasswalker, Bonar.
Yeah, I think I'm going to still go with the Glasswalker.
Which just means you're part of Cornell's...
yeah.
Whatever. After getting to know all of them better, I decided to become a Glasswalker. Pat agreed to mentor me. Only one thing remained to end the ceremony and make me a full-fledged guru. I had to join a pack.
Well, I'm choosing the Weasel.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Made more sense. He's now friendly. I joined Cornell's pack and chose the Winter Weasel as my patron.
And soon it was done. And so it was done. That was soon.
According to the ancient rites, Lisa painted a mystical glyph of my tribe on my sternum. It disappeared after a moment, but whenever I closed my eyes, I could feel its warmth touch between my breasts. Pine... Just realized that you chose a tree in Glasswalkers. Pine of the Glasswalkers, third of the Winter Weasel pack. Welcome to our sept, she said solemnly.
Then she howled.
Owls rose towards the sky. They sang about ancient laws of war, status, and secrecy. I remembered only a few. Combat the worm wherever it dwells and wherever it breeds. Submit to those of higher station. Respect those beneath you, and the veil shall not be lifted.
I joined the song and gained a willpower.
Progression in the goal. I threw my head back and howled with my sept. I was a cub no more. I was ready to tell my own stories, to earn my own place in the pack, to howl my own songs. And technically you're still a cub. Cornell is just vouching for you now.
Actually, I think I actually increased my rank. Just then, too. Because I got another dot and an honor. My rank is now... CLIA.
Playa.
So yeah, I actually did.
So you're not a baby, you're just a baby.
Yeah.